Scott, how are you?
You like this news?
I do like this news. I'll point out, Scott, that before the news broke this morning, GM was up in the pre-market, and I don't think anybody knew about the stake. I think what it was reflective is that there's been a nice slow drip of good news from GM. It looks like the cruise division is going to start running the robo-taxis in San Francisco, maybe before the end of the year, but certainly early 2022. The cruise division is very important if engine number one really sees a triple in 5 years. It's not just electric vehicles, it's autonomous vehicles. Now, I think the way that you get a triple is you've got to break up the company. You got to spin out Cruise and maybe even spin out the electric vehicle business and leave the legacy vehicle business as a stub company. I mean, that's not unlike what pharmaceutical companies have been doing in splitting up between their innovative products and their legacy products. I'm just saying that because Cruise and the electric vehicle business at General Motors, they've been there for a few years, and I don't think the combined company is getting the respect in terms of the share price that it deserves.
So hold on.
Engine number one may be quiet right now, but I wouldn't expect them to be quiet for long.
All right. So you're saying, are you personally playing the stock right now for a split? Because Mary Barra doesn't seem. I mean, I don't know what she's thinking right now, but it's not like she has led up or made it seem like she's even open to that suggestion in any way, shape, or form. And you're also, it sounds like, expecting engine number one, and I know this is where we're going to end your commentary at. You're not necessarily sure that they're going to remain not with a more forceful position from an activist standpoint, right?
We're all of us savvy market participants. Engine number one will quietly go along endorsing the plan as long as the share price picks up. But again, if they've got a triple in mind over the next 5 years, to me,
do you
look at the market cap of Rivian, the IPO that's coming, and what it's projected to be, $80 billion. Look at Tesla. Mary Barra has been very consistent, very clear that she doesn't want to break up the company. Engine number one has been very consistent that it will be activist if it feels it needs to be so. So honestly, I have not been calling for it, but I think that would unlock the shareholder value very quickly if they broke the company up.
Let me, just before I let you go, let me get a comment from Weiss, who no longer owns General Motors, nor does Joe. It's worth noting, too, who sold it a couple of weeks ago. But I got two guys who bailed and one guy who is Mr. All In. Steve?
That's right.
Yeah, so look, embarrassingly, I had a tag end of it. Jim's original price target was 60, and as it got to 60, I'd sold most of it. Actually, just forgot I had one account, so it took the occasion to get out because I believe that Volkswagen and Porsche are going to be much better performers in the market. I don't even think it'll be close. They're going to be number one in EV next year and are firm number two now. They've got great share in China where GM couldn't succeed. And so, look, to me, it's a much cheaper stock at about 6 times earnings. I'm there. Jim, we could talk about this when you're more rational.
Not succeeding in China. God, I love you, Steve. I love these moments. That's just not
like
they're
VW. VW's got more share in China than any other participant.
Fabulously in China.
Guys, it sounds like a garbage disposal. I can't understand what you're saying. There's like too much going on at one time. Jim Lebenthal, you can rebut what Steve Weiss said.
Thank you, Your Honor. GM has done very, very well in China. I don't really care what VW is doing. GM is killing it in China. And frankly, it's the North American market where you're looking for success. You're looking for the Ultium battery technology, which engine number one talked about the patents involved. You're looking for that to be licensed out to other companies around the world. That's really what the play is.
All right, that's the last word. Jimmy, thank you for calling in. Weiss, don't worry. Weiss has other things to talk about today, Jim. I know you have a big smile on your face. Some investors don't today, though. Moderna. Weiss, you better gear up for this one. Stocks